Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. In this video I'd like to look at a Holy Grail trade setup, which is one of my favourite trade setups in the MTPredictor software program that did not work out as anticipated. I believe it's important to look at trade setups that don't work out. It's all too easy to find ideal setups and just show these all the time. However, as traders, we must always know and understand that not all trades go our direction. There will be trades that will get stopped out for losses. There will be trades that don't go our way, and it's important to know and understand that there are two sides of trading. So I wanted to show that in this video. So let's have a look at the 3-minute ES, which is one of the favourite markets that I like to look at. You can see we had a tier 3 buy setup here. This is against a red STF, so this would be one that would only be looked at by more advanced traders. For more experienced traders, we'd go to our 15-minute chart, and over the last few training webinars I've actually had a DP on from an important pivot low, which was back here. So if I place the DP on from that pivot low and drag it across, this is a level I've actually had on my charts and shown in our training webinars for some time now, so I'll place this on the chart again now. So let's go through to our 3-minute chart and see what actually happened here. In fact, actually, if I place a little bit of space on the right hand side, yeah, it'll make it just a little bit easier to understand what we're doing here. Right, so here's the position. Here was the position. This was 15-minute or larger degree support. This was then the initial move off that large degree support. We then had the initial correction unfolding like this, which was actually unfolded as an ABC setup. This is our tier 3 buy setup. We also had a high volume VSA bar, the bar before here. So this was moving down sharply. Next bar failed to follow through. So this looked like the volume was also swapping to the long side as well. Let's place our analysis on here. Right mouse click over the blue buy bar, place our analysis. So this would be a Holy Grail trade setup. So rather than looking to go to our first target, we'd be anticipating a strong move into the typical wave 3 WPT, which is up here, because this would be anticipated as a wave 1. This would be anticipated as a wave 2. Therefore, we're anticipating a strong wave 3 move like this. So this would be the setup, and it looks like a perfectly good trade setup. However, if we move forward in time, you can see the market went up, went up, went up, went up, peaked off here before going back down, and you can see would have actually then stopped us out there for a -1 hour loss. You may well have put your stop to break even, but maybe not, because normally we anticipated the first minor target would be our DP from our wave B, and it didn't even reach that. Just change this white space. We had now a little bit more chart to work with. And as you can see, the rest of the day, basically the market then declined down there. So this was a perfectly valid Holy Grail trade setup here, where we were anticipating a strong rally, but as you can see, it just did not unfold as anticipated. So that's why I wanted to do this particular video today, to show you a trade that didn't work out. Again, I do believe it's important that vendors, software vendors, do actually show trades that don't work out, because it gives a more balanced view of their software. So what happened for the rest of the day? Well, we would have had another buy set up here, but again, this was against a red STF, and as the market failed to follow through here, you wouldn't have been considering that, as it looked like the trend was actually starting to go down. The only saving grace was on another market, because obviously we follow all the 3 USE minis. Some people follow the 4th, which is the Russell. But if we have a look at the YM later, you can see the market carried on down. In fact, the only setup we had on the YM was a TS4 sell setup later in the day. So if you had said, right, okay, now the large degree trend is down, because the market was carrying on moving down, let's place our analysis on here, and that would have actually given you a nice 2.9 hour profit. So even if you'd lost -1 hour on the ES, this would have more than made up for it later on. In fact, I'll just put the large degree trend on here so you can see this. So let's go to the 15-minute chart. Here's the last move up into the high, so there's the high, the last move up into the high. So let's place the DP on from here. We place the DP on from here, and as you can see, earlier in the day there, it hadn't reached the 15-minute support zone, therefore the large degree trend was still down. It's a little bit easier to see on the 3-minute chart. There you go, you can see that there's the 15-minute support zone, so the YM was carrying on down into that, but more importantly, when this TS4 sell setup came in, it still hadn't reached that, so again, that was in the direction of the large degree trend. So a nice end to the day there with the plus 2.9 hour profit. That just shows how why we use correct position sizing. So even though you'd lost potentially minus 1 hour on the ES trade earlier, the plus 2.9 hour profit later in the day on the YM more than made up for that. But that was just a PS to the to this video. The main reason for doing this video is, if I go back to the ES, the main reason was just to show you a potential holy grail trade setup that did not work out as anticipated, and I just want to make it clear so everyone understands that trading is always a matter of probabilities, and not all trades will turn out profitable. There will be trades that don't turn out as anticipated, and as such you will have losing trades. The trick to being a successful trader is knowing and accepting that, but keeping the losses small. This is what we do with our correct position sizing. So a good video today to show you a trade that did not work out as anticipated.